A luxurious ocean liner was racing forward through a violent storm. On board were top-tier billionaires from around the world, dressed in glamorous attire and drowning themselves in an extravagant, hedonistic party. But in a noisy crowd like this, there were always some special individuals. With just a brief encounter, Ellie successfully lifted the captain's wallet and used his ID card to unlock the vault. But everything had been a trap set by the captain from the very beginning. Ellie was quickly caught with evidence in hand and was locked away alone. Yet this seemingly unfortunate turn of events ended up saving her life by sheer accident. Meanwhile, the ship's communication and power systems mysteriously shut down. While the crew scrambled in panic, the radar suddenly detected an unidentified creature approaching the ship at an astounding speed. Following a thunderous crash, the entire ship shook violently. Guests inside the Grand Hall fell from high platforms, and chaos exploded throughout the room. Once things settled, a strange screech echoed through the entire hall. Terror instantly consumed everyone, sending them fleeing aimlessly through the labyrinth-like corridors of the liner. In the frantic stampede, many were trampled to death. A short-haired woman hid inside a restroom, but she soon sensed something was wrong. The toilet's suction grew stronger and stronger until it forcefully dragged her into the bowl. At the same time, not far from the cruise ship, a small vessel battled its way through the storm. On board was a group of mercenaries from various countries. As the captain, Simon had the experience to recognize at a glance that these men were trouble, but tempted by money, he chose to turn a blind eye. However, the ship's mechanic grew curious and secretly snuck into the cargo hold, only to discover that the mercenaries were transporting a full load of torpedoes. He was quickly caught and beaten severely. At the critical moment, Simon rushed in with a shark gun in hand. Tension rose instantly, but since they still needed Simon to operate the vessel, the mercenary leader reluctantly backed down. But unexpectedly, the small boat collided with a drifting lifeboat along the way, damaging the engine. And to make matters worse, there were no spare parts on board. Just as despair set in, they spotted the distant cruise ship, but the mercenaries immediately seized control of Simon and the mechanic.
We'll take over from here.
Using special gear, they boarded the giant vessel, with Simon and the mechanic forced to follow. The mercenaries were eager to begin their mission, but the moment they pushed open the doors to the Grand Hall, they were stunned by what they saw.